Hello, this is your attorney, Jiwon Lee. The Korean entertainment industry, which has been experiencing a streak of bad luck, is now once again facing shocking news about school violence incidents. Starting with actress Song Ha-yoon, who rose to stardom with Marry My Husband, school violence suspicions are arising again in the entertainment industry. Following Song Ha-yoon, actor Jeon Jong-seo was also caught up in allegations of school violence. School violence has become a reason for many rising stars in Korea to suspend their activities. Actors who appeared in dramas like Hello My 20s and movies like Samjin Company English Class, Park Hae-soo, and actors like Cho Byung-kyu from The Uncanny Counter and Kim Hee-ra from The Glory, as well as idols like G-Friends Soo-jin and LE SSERAFIM's Kim Ga-ram, have either had their contracts terminated or suspended their activities due to allegations of school violence. Even foreign parents raising children in Korea sometimes find their children unexpectedly caught up in school violence case. So it's important for those raising children in Korea to be aware of the basic procedure of school violence issues. Now, let's take a look at the characteristics of school violence cases in Korea, focusing on the recent controversy surrounding Song Ha-yoon's school violence allegations. Song Ha-yoon's school violence case came to light when victim A reported to a Korean major media JTBC stating, "During high school, I was subjected to indiscriminate beatings from Song Ha-yoon for an hour." Song Ha-yoon's agency stated there is no acquaintance with A and made a ridiculous excuse saying it is true that Song Ha-yoon transferred schools forcibly related to school violence, but she did not directly participate in violence. Subsequently, another victim, B, came forward with more serious allegations of school violence of Song Ha-yoon. B stated, "Song Ha-yoon also hit me with her hands and feet. I suffered injuries requiring more than 4 weeks of medical treatment, and a disciplinary committee was convened, resulting in Song Ha-yoon and other perpetrators transferring to different schools." Eventually, it was revealed that there was a school violence disciplinary action marked as number 8 in Song Ha-yoon's school records. It's the most severe punishment. School violence disciplinary actions are classified from number 1 to 9. Written apology to the victim, prohibition of contact, coercion, or retaliation against the victim and students who report or accuse, voluntary service at school, community service, completion of special education or psychological therapy by internal and external experts, suspension of attendance, change of class, transfer to another school, expulsion from school. How to decide what punishment to adopt? There is a scoring criteria for disciplinary actions, and according to that score, disciplinary action will follow. Now, let's look at the scoring criteria for disciplinary action. There are intentionality, persistency, severity, degree of remorse, level of reconciliation. Each category is scored from 0 to 4. 0, none, 4, very high. Based on this criteria and score, the punishment will be decided. If you score 1 to 3 points, written apology to the victim. Prohibition of contact, coercion, or retaliation against the victim and students who report or accuse comes from decision by the autonomous committee. If you score 4 to 6 points, volunteer service at school. 7 to 9 points, community service. The punishment of completion of special education or psychological therapy by internal and external experts comes from the decision by the autonomous committee. Scores 10 to 12, attendance suspension. 13 to 15 points, class change. And finally, 16 to 20 points, transfer of school or expulsion from the school. According to this chart, you can see that transfer of school and expulsion are the most severe punishment that a student can face. Well, it's hard to see how serious it is. I'll give you an example. Let's say you hit a school friend, causing him serious injuries like a broken nose and lost teeth. If you waited during lunchtime intending to hit him because you were upset with him and then attacked him by surprise, the intentionality would be high. For example, scoring 3 points. It wasn't a daily occurrence. You did it once like this. Persistence would be low, scoring 1 point. The victim suffered severe injuries, so the severity would be high, scoring 4 points. If you express remorse for causing significant harm, the degree of remorse score would be 0. Also, if the victim didn't forgive, the level of reconciliation would be 4. Well, the total score would be 12, resulting in a number 6, suspension of attendance. So, even if you intentionally plan to break your friend's nose and knock out their teeth, you wouldn't receive a transfer penalty because it's only 12 points. Theoretically, to receive a transfer or expulsion, you need at least consistent severe scores of 3 or higher across the 5 categories, with the most severe 4 points appearing in 1 or 2 criteria. In other words, to score more than 16 points for a transfer, the following situation must occur. You must have intended to hit them from the start, repeatedly and periodically attack them for several days or months, caused the victim to be hospitalized due to serious injuries, showed no remorse for the act, and the victim did not forgive you. Do you understand how serious Song Ha-yoon's allegation of school violence are? For instance, recently, additional revelations emerged accusing Song Ha-yoon of directly participating in group assaults, adding to the gravity of the situation. It varies for each disciplinary action, but most are deleted within 4 years, with only expulsion permanently recorded. Let's look at the school violence disciplinary actions from number 1 to number 9 again. Number 1 to 3 are deleted upon graduation. Number 4 and 5 are retained for 2 years after graduation, but with approval from the School Violence Prevention Committee, they can be deleted upon graduation. Disciplinary actions number 6 and 7 are retained for 4 years after graduation, but with approval from the School Violence Prevention Committee, they can be deleted upon graduation. In practice, most schools delete them upon graduation. Transfer records are retained for 4 years after graduation. Expulsion records are permanently retained, and deletion is not possible. For Song Ha-yoon, her transfer records should have been erased long ago then. Kim Ga-ram's punishment, disciplinary action number 5, involves special education or psychological therapy by internal and external experts, indicating that it is not a minor assault. Generally, simple assault results in disciplinary actions number 1, 2, or 3, which are deleted upon graduation. Disciplinary actions from number 4 and 5 onward are more serious. Understanding the atmosphere of the School Violence Prevention Committee makes it easier to understand. The committee, consisting of parents, lawyers, and experts in education, calls both the victim and the perpetrator on a specific date, confirms the facts, and asks several questions. However, especially when both the victims and the perpetrator are students, and the younger they are, the less likely severe actions are taken. School violence records can significantly hinder a university admissions of students in the future. So committee is reluctant to issue severe penalties in general. Therefore, it's rare for disciplinary actions of number 4 or higher to be imposed for minor school violence. Therefore, receiving disciplinary action number 5 means the assault was not simple. In actual decisions of the School Violence Prevention Committee, Kim Ga-ram received disciplinary action for education completion for repeatedly calling friends together to verbally abuse them and continuing to use abusive language on social media. This is your attorney, Jiwon Lee. Thanks for watching.